Surprise, why good morning? In the accent, we say good morning because the way you feel having the product, but more important is the global presence that we have around the world, right from Australia all the way to Hawaii. There is one office that we have. My topic that I have is a very burning topic, and we are now living in a very unhealthy world. And we would like to, of course, be healthy, right?
Right.
So what we need to do now is we have to ask us a question. This is one question that I want you to ask yourself: how healthy are you? Now, from 1 to 10, 10 being you're a super fit person, everything wise, to 1, you are not super fit. You are sick or you are having some ailments. So this is for you. You are the person who need to know where you stand. I'm not going to ask you. So people with age, they start falling, even if they are super fit athlete. They come down from 10 to 9 to 8. This is what actually happens. This video of Steve Jobs, it really moved me. Everybody knows this guy, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right. So I would like you to go and watch his last word before his death. That's a very, very touching words. He says that in my life, whatever a person can think, and you know it, money-wise, fame-wise, invention-wise, everything he had. But what really lacked in his life was he did not put attention in good health, and the other one is relationship. Relationship itself has got a direct bearing to your health, and I'm going to share some of it. So when you get time, I'm sure everybody is a YouTube expert, and they put in some time. So now coming to the question, is there a secret to your good health? And again, this is a question which you should be pondering, and you know the answer. 75% you know the answer. Everyone knows exactly what is good and what is bad. Everybody knows that. So what I'm going to do, this 75% I'm going to have a talk is, I'm going to just make you aware what you need to do to have good health. You can have the best car, you can have the best dress, best watches and best house and whatever. But if you don't have health, everything is multiplied by 0. Even you cannot worship, you cannot love, you cannot work, you cannot do anything. If you do it also, it will be with limitations. So when we know 75% of what makes good health, then why aren't we doing it? There is something wrong. So, how we have made our world unhealthy. Yeah, I remember my good old young days. And I'm sure if you go back 30 years, if there are people who are less than 30, so of course you are not born even. I'm talking about people who are more than 30, 40 years, and I can go back to 60 years. So, what we have done to this world, how we have made it so ugly, so unhealthy. There are many things, but there are 3 causes of sickness nowadays. And I'm going to take each one. You know it, but I'm going to just explain in details. Toxin, imbalance, and free radicals. This is not me saying it. This is all the health gurus and WHO. They are talking about this. Toxin is being produced by our body itself. Sometimes you have control, sometimes you don't have control. internal toxin which your kidney, liver, lungs are creating. Where you have control is external toxin, air pollution. I came to Dubai first time in 1986. Dubai was not what it is today. We are talking about more than 30 years back. So is your city, wherever you are from, you go back 30 years back, this is what we have done. So much of air pollution is there. Even your village and towns is no more free of air pollution. Number one. Number two, these are our favorite food. I'm going to do some exercise for you all today, and you will see that what is making us more and more sick. This, every time, as I said, that I go, I learn on the health and wellness part. So one conference I attended, and in that conference, I was thinking that there is a book also, You Are What You Eat, by Dr. Gillian McKim. It's a very famous book. If you get hand on it, you should buy it. But this conference said it's not you are what you eat. In this conference, they were talking about you are what you digest. And it was so, powerful, this word, what you digest. I'm not going to talk too much on that, of course. But remember, we are eating, but still we are not getting everything from the food that we are eating. This is a typical scenario of previous day's chicken, and this is what is happening to the chicken. This is one of our favorite food that we eat, right?
Yes.
And there are so many chicken outlets which are there. And how they are growing that modern day broiler chickens, full of chemicals. My main topic is why we are falling sick is because of toxin. So imagine this homegrown natural chicken compared to the other one. So whatever you are getting inside is what is making you sick. The drinks, these are our favorite drinks. And all kinds of carb or carbonated drinks, all kinds of bottle and box drinks, they are making us sick. Then what we have is, I'm going to have a small video. It's a very interesting video. Ashwin? It's not here. You have the lead over here? Can I have the lead? I just forgot. For the speaker. So it's very, this I got it in, nowadays WhatsApp is so popular. Anyway, I'll just, that's what I'm going to do. So just watch the video. Sound is not so important, the video is more important. Salim, I think we can do without it. Okay. Now look at the apple that you are eating. This is a very interesting the singing is also not that. I'm going to like the video, just like the always there is a technology glitch, remember. But I can do it without this. But this video is definitely is an eye opener. How many people have seen this video? Because anything which is there goes viral in the. Yeah, this is the back. Okay, what happened? Okay, let's forget about it. Let's move on. I'll go to the. It's coming. Escape. Yes. coming now. So you see, you learned something every day. Technology thing. Okay.
When you're in trouble, escape. You need to start from the beginning, right?
Yeah. Okay. Ashwin, can you just stop and delete and then restart? Because I don't want this disturbance. Just stop that. Can you delete it and then restart? Sure. The moment you say stop, then I'll restart. Because this is going to go all over around the world, I know. Alright, today's topic is basically we are living in an unhealthy world and how we can be healthy in an unhealthy world. So please watch this video, which is an eye-opener, what we have done to ourselves, what we are eating, what we are doing. So this is something definitely would ring an alarm. That's a typical apple that you are eating from a normal store, because it's a cocktail of chemicals. It is waxed. That's the drink that you are buying. Cheap drink. It is called orange juice or raspberry juice, and that's what is there, which is the coloring agent that you are drinking. And this is also one of our favorite things that we have with what? Our tea or coffee. This is actually happening every day. The cheap food that we are buying. Look at that. That's the fiber. So that for the morning. Synthetic fiber you are taking. Starch on, starch off. Of course, we love honey. And when we buy any stuff, we are looking in our pocket basically, not what we are putting inside. Fake honey and the original honey. Maybe you have to pay 5 times more, 10 times more. See the honeycomb structures right there. Everybody knows what margarine is doing. So between taste and nutrition, it's only the taste which makes. Of course, margarine is more tastier than the normal butter. Sometimes people don't know given out to you, you need to now change your eating and drinking habits. This is one of our fast food which
Lazy
especially
food.
the children, they love it. Noodles.
Lazy food.
Faster. Just look at that. These are cheap foods. Harmful. Give a big hand. It's okay. Okay. Oh, please. That is the reason I wanted it. So you have to restart. Why it's not happening? Okay. I just close that. Yeah. So we have to restart because we don't want the flow to come to the Facebook. I'll really go fast forward and I'll try to wrap it up by 10 o'clock because there's a lot of people. Okay, once again, the reason why we are getting sick, some you know the reason, some you don't know. Toxin, imbalance, and the free radicals. So coming to the toxin that is being generated from our body, you don't have control, but some you have. But the major area where we have really changed our complete life is the technology, the new thing which has come. And this is 1, air pollution, 2, food is fast food, junk food, snack food, and inorganic food. These are the different categories of food basically. And these are cheap foods. So compared to a organic chicken to a inorganic, the price difference is large. Only yesterday, you see, living in Canada, you have the access to a lot of organic food. So I said, okay, let me try over here because most of that shopping is done by wife. So yesterday I went, I said, okay, let me buy the organic stuff, which is apple and whatever was there. And the bill was at least 3 times more than the norm, for sure. So that is what you have to invest. You're not spending. What you put inside your body, people think that so much of money we have to pay. So once again, this is the clothes that you are putting on or whatever car that you are driving is not going to make you a healthy person. Most of the time it is you want to be happy, and some of the people, they want to show to the people. The status is there, the watch and the car or the dress. So we need to become more intelligent in whatever that we are doing with our lives. Drinks, this is now become a fashion again. In any party, there has to be soft drink, and in some higher up parties, then there is a hard drink. Then number 4 is the medicine. The number of medicines that we are eating nowadays has become double to triple compared to 50 years back. You go to a doctor, sometimes they are so busy that they want to hear what problem you have, sir. So got flu or cold, so he knows exactly what to write. not even looking at the patient. So the medicine is what is building toxin in our body. And stress. Good old days, there was hardly any stress. I remember in my school also, we used to go and play in the school and study, of course, but while playing we were getting all the knowledge. The second reason for people to get sick is imbalance. Okay, can you see that seesaw which is there? This is what has happened. This side is what we are doing to our body. And any imbalance, whether it's your health, or it's your car, or it's your life, is going to make some problem. So, first imbalance is nutritional imbalance. You know, the body needs nutrition, and nutrients are divided into macro, the big ones, the proteins, the carb, the essential fats, these are the big ones. And the micro are what? Mineral and vitamins, these are. So if they are not in balance, then what happens? Now if you look on, we are having what should not go in our body in excess, which is sugar, salt and fat. Now why? This is what you need to understand, that America being a very rich, very big, very everything, controlling the whole world, but it's one of the sickest nations, one of the fattest nations. They are spending billions of dollars to fight the problem connected with overweight and obesity. Imagine. So, where we are having the deficiency is in our nutrients. And this is a beautiful slide. This slide itself will take maybe 1 hour for me to explain, but I have got only about 40 minutes to go. So what you are looking at, it's a vicious circle. Malnutrition. It can be food, which we love to eat, but not giving us the proper nutrition. When we hear about malnutrition, we think somebody who is like in some very, very underdeveloped countries like Ethiopia and all, where those skinny children, those are the malnutrition children. No. Even those who are in a very developed countries, they are under malnutrition. So look at the vicious circle. The malnutrition gives disease, and that is because of the nutrient loss, impaired immunity, and then disease. This is the way the whole thing is working. Number 2 is hormonal imbalance. Our body itself is creating a certain hormones. I'll just take one very simple example, is insulin, which is created by our pancreas. If there is a problem, there will be a disease. And the common thing is, any child who's going through puberty stage, they get all this acne. And that is also because of the hormonal imbalance. Immune system imbalance. There are a lot of diseases which is because of the imbalance in the immunity. So again, this is Th1 and Th2, which has to be in balance. And autoimmune diseases is when the Th2 gets more than the Th1, and then the cancer that you're